I raised my children this way. I always told them if they would raise their voice, if they'd get frustrated, they'd yell at their mother, they'd yell at me, or whatever it might be. And children do these things, and teenagers do these things, and so on. And if they would ever direct those kinds of comments towards me, I would just put up my hand and I'd say, wait a minute, hold it right there. I have too much respect for myself to allow anybody to talk to me in that fashion. It isn't because I think you're so bad. It's just like this is such an affront to who I am that I'm no longer going to allow this to do. And when I would raise my and put my hand up to like put a stop to that, it would stop. They no, Dad doesn't put up with this because he respects himself. Right. Now, Mom has got to respect herself enough to be willing to do this because, you know, it's ultimately going to lead down an even worse road. It's going to, as long as he knows that he can get away with this and you're going to stick around, it'll continue.
Right.
And you can do this very nicely and very quickly. When he starts behaving that way, you just get up, you go get in the car, drive, go for a walk, go into the bathroom if you can't, you know, just lock the door in there and just stay, you know, until it's over with. So what you need to understand is something I wrote about in my second book for the public, many, called Pulling Your Own Strings, which I would recommend you read, by the way. It's called Pulling Your Own Strings. And basically my theory on all of this is that you get treated in life the way you teach people to treat you. So that rather than putting it on him, because if you're waiting for him to change in order for you to be happy, you might just be consigning yourself to the role of victim for the rest of your life. Right. So what you want to do is stop teaching him that it's okay for him to, even if he has his, you know, all the reasons within him, and to be able to, you know, this person is wrong. His own father drives him crazy. His daughter drives him crazy. You drive him crazy, whatever it might be. And he thinks that it's somebody else that is doing all of this to him. He is basically just reacting that way because I guarantee you that he wouldn't, if I were at your home and a guest in your home, he wouldn't do that to me. He wouldn't yell at me. No. There are lots and lots of places where he absolutely knows how to control himself when he's frustrated. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't do that at work or not very often, because he wouldn't be at work if he did. So he really has within him the tools to know how to suppress that and to just overlook it. But when it comes to certain people, he just has given himself the right to do that. And the only reason he's got the right to do that is because you've given him permission to do it for whatever reason, in whatever form that you've given that permission. I know you don't want it. I know that you're, you know, it's not something that you're looking for, but you have taught him that you're willing to treat. So what you want to do is embark on a program to teach him that kind of behavior is no longer tolerable in your life, that you've taught him that you're willing to put up with that in whatever way that you have done it over the years, and same with your daughter and same with your father-in-law. But now what you're going to do is teach him something new so that when the next time that he does this and has one of these outbursts and so on, I would talk about it with him when he's not in one of those places, you know.
Right.
When you're having dinner or whatever, and just say that I have decided that I'm not going to, you know, when you have one of those emotional breakdowns and so on, and start yelling at either me or our children or whomever, that I'm not going to put up with that anymore. It causes me too much pain. And I just want you to know that what I'm going to do is when I see it surfacing is I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave the premises. No matter how inconvenient it is, no matter what it is, I'm going to not stay in the presence and allow you to do that. And I'm going to also tell our daughter that that's what she's going to do as well. And even when you see it just beginning to surface, you stand up and you just say, excuse me, I'm just not going to be here right now. And you leave. You lock yourself in the bathroom. You go to the car. You go, you know, drive yourself someplace. You walk out of the house. Whatever it may, no matter how embarrassing it may be, now you're going to fundamentally change the way that you teach this man to treat you. Ultimately, if he, you know, gets even worse, then you just say, okay, I just don't choose to live under these conditions any longer. And you'll teach him very, very quickly that this is not something that I'm willing to tolerate for one reason and one reason only. I have too much respect for myself to allow anybody to talk disrespectfully to me. Awesome. That's my advice. And by the way, when you change the atmosphere like that and do that, you will impact him. If you react with anger to yourself and allow, you know, get into arguments and tell him I don't want to do this, and you have, you know, you may have things that just that come out that you don't want to come out. You know, you have to remember that if, you know, you don't eliminate darkness in your life. And this is darkness that you're talking about. You don't eliminate darkness by throwing more darkness at it. You eliminate it by throwing light at it. And that's what I'm asking you to do, throw light at it. Like, teach him I'm not going to allow myself to be placed into this darkness any longer. And it's like the line I've said so many times on this show over the years, that, when Jesus would walk into a village, just his presence in the village and nothing more would elevate the consciousness of everyone in the village. You can elevate the consciousness of the people in your home by being a being of love and a being who refuses to allow this kind of behavior, because it's darkness coming at light, and light will always end darkness, but darkness never ends light.
Right. Okay.
Okay.